Remote work can completely transform your life. From the freedom to the flexibility to work in any environment, from your home, from anywhere where you feel the most productive. And then AI came along and decided to steal all the jobs. And now you're wondering, how do I even build a remote lifestyle anymore? And that's what I want to talk about in this video, because the jobs that AI is struggling to replace in a remote environment is my personal expertise for the last 5 years working in tech. And I actually want to talk about some research that's coming out lately that's further building confidence into how you can future-proof your skills and your career to continue working remotely. So let's dive into it. Okay, so let's talk about some research-backed data to start things off, because that's always healthy. So the first thing I want to talk about is an article by Brian Eastwood from MIT. Shout out. I'm going to put all the links in the description as well. So he uses the acronym EPOC in there, which represents human traits that AI struggles to replicate, which AI just can't replicate at all. So what those are on like a surface level, starting with the E, we're talking things like emotional intelligence and empathy. So AI obviously can't really understand how other humans feel because it's not a human. And there's a huge gap there because then it struggles to develop trust with other humans. We all know that that's really important for relationship building jobs. Think things like sales or any type of customer facing role. Humans want to speak to other humans. Humans trust other humans.
Jay Hermit died January 16 of last year.
Isn't there a person I could talk to? A human?
Humans don't trust machines, as they probably shouldn't. Working further down the acronym, talking about the P, which stands for presence and connectivity, think networking. Again, AI can't network in real life, IRL, as the kids say. The O stands for opinion, judgment, ethics. AI can understand, maybe basic principles of right or wrong, but it doesn't really know how to point accountability to specific people. So again, a very human skill set there. The C stands for creativity and imagination. We all know AI can create content like photos, videos, written content, you name it. Some of us don't think that content is very good though, but here's the thing, AI can't think outside of the realm of reality. It doesn't have imagination, and you need humans for strategy, for using their imagination to figure out what content do you need? Is it on brand? Does it fit with what my goals are? You still need humans for that. So luckily, creative jobs are still safe, at least for a little while. And so working in like marketing, design, those UX, those types of jobs, you still need humans there to be able to guide the AI to make the right things for it, which is good news. The H stands for hope, vision, leadership, which is kind of obvious as well. AI doesn't know how to work hard towards a goal without really knowing what the outcome is. You need grit, perseverance, that comes from being a human. So AI just can't replace humans, especially when things are a little bit abstract and there is an unknown objective in sight, especially leadership, management roles. Some other cool articles to check out is the Forbes one, which is 10 jobs that AI can't replace, at least not yet. That one is not specific to remote work, but it is a cool short little read. And then my personal favorite is one by Young Cypher. It's more of a blog article. And he talks about specifically remote work and what AI cannot replace anytime soon. And then at the bottom, there's some suggestions on how to future-proof yourself with skill sets and things to learn to make sure you're valuable in a remote setting, which is totally awesome. Putting the links again in the description, so check that out. Okay, so the shift I'm seeing is that we're still hiring a lot of people to work in tech, but there's been a bit of a shift towards jobs that require a little bit more human relationship building skills. I'll talk about the engineering and analytical side, and I want to talk about the customer facing side as well. So starting with customer facing, there's been a lot more sales jobs, a lot more customer success, account management. Anything customer human facing has actually been blowing up, because the funny thing about AI is engineers can write a lot more code and build software a lot faster. So there's a lot more products coming out, and with more products and changes and growth happening at a faster rate, you need more humans to be able to communicate that to your active customers. And also you need more people to sell it to new customers. So sales, tech sales is still a great place to sit for many years to come. Same thing with account management or customer success, anything that's customer facing. Now, also a quick plug for marketing. Lead generation specialist is hugely in demand these days. So being able to generate leads, inbound leads for your company is something that's highly valuable, and it looks like it's going to stay highly valuable for a while. There's a lot of AI tools that you can use in the marketing lead gen side of business, but needing a human to coordinate and to actually use different tools to generate inbound leads is absolutely still necessary. So marketing is also a good place to invest in, whether it's lead generation or even like content marketing, using AI to build you content. You still need a human to be able to decide strategy there, and you still need a human to use the AI to build yourself that content. So that's the good news. And then going on the other side of the spectrum to the engineer, the software engineering side, which unfortunately, yes, AI has replaced a lot of software engineering jobs. My heart goes out to everyone who lost their jobs because of AI there. What I would say about that is I've been seeing in our company that there's been a big shift to prioritizing hiring devs that have specific knowledge or training in how to analyze or use AI or how to implement AI into your own products. So of course, investing your knowledge into AI is a great place to focus on. But we've also been hiring more product managers, people who understand the development piece, but also who know how to communicate, build relationships with people, and manage a team of developers to be able to build out products. So it's not that engineering jobs are disappearing. It's just that they're being prioritized to engineers that know a little more about AI or that have some relationship, communication skills so that they can work well with others, maybe work in like a hybrid product manager role as well. So that's definitely a thing there. Another good one on the analytical side is being a data analyst. AI is very good at scraping data. So all of a sudden companies are getting access to huge amounts of data, and then they're not really sure what to do with it. So of course, having a human in place there to figure out what type of data you want to collect and what do you want to use that data and how do you want to analyze it, and then make a decision as to, what we should build or what we should do next. That's also a very valuable job right now. So focusing on any type of data analysis and using AI and different tools to help you with that role is definitely going to be valuable in a remote setting. Okay, so we're at the fun part of the video where let's talk about suggestions. How do we make ourselves all warm and cozy and valuable for remote work well into the future? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. It's kind of obvious, but I think it's a really good idea. So the first thing is continue to investing in communication skills, very like human relationship building skill sets. So even things like leadership or management, those are really valuable in a remote work setting. The second thing we can all be doing is just continuing to learn as much as we can about AI, learning how to train and design AI models, learning about how you can use AI for data analysis, just understanding what tools you can use to be more efficient is a really good use of your time. Because if you switch companies or you're trying to apply to get in remotely, they're going to ask you, what AI tools are you familiar with? Do you know how to use XYZ? And you're going to say, yes, I do, because Sean told me to study them. I didn't really talk too much about what I've been doing remotely in tech for the last 5 years. I work specifically on the sales and kind of the solution engineering side of things. So figuring out how to make people's tech stacks better, but predominantly on the sales side. And I plan to continue working in that direction along with marketing and go-to-market strategy, because I find it very fascinating to understand what a market needs, what your customer needs, and then how to give it to them, whether it's in sales or whether it's with marketing campaigns. And that's something that AI struggles to do. All right, we did it. We talked about how to future-proof ourselves for remote work for many more years to come. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're curious about getting into tech and you have no experience at all, I actually made another video somewhere around here about how I broke into tech sales with no experience. So definitely check that video out. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.